Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's been a few months since I have reached out to everybody, and that's kind of the reason why I wanted to do a video rather than doing an email notification letter. And before you think this is going to be super bad, it's not. So let me just go ahead and clear that up out of the air real quick. But maybe just give me your attention for the next few minutes, and I'll tell you briefly what's been happening. So, Betsy and I sought out to start this journey of planting a church in Pocket 44, to which we are still very much committed in doing. And the way in which we wanted to do that was to reach out through these apartment complexes, because there are so many of these apartment complexes going up in Pocket 44, and we thought, man, these are people who are in transition, whether it's life changes, whether they're moving down for a new job, maybe they've gone through a divorce. And the statistics also say that so many people are lost in these apartment complexes. So we just figured that it was a great place to fish. And so we've been knocking down this door for the last probably 5 months. And probably about 2 months ago, I really felt like something was about to explode, something was about to blow up. We had a leader who was wanting to do one in his apartment complex. Then we also had another couple that were possibly going to come into the group and do one in their house. And within a matter of a week, it all just blew up. So the one guy who was going to be a part of it, he decided like it wasn't a good fit for him to do, and he left our group, which was sad. But we still love him and are definitely supporting of him. And then the couple who were wanting to do one in their house, it was just hard for them with 2 young kids and other things going on. And so long story short was I felt super depressed and didn't know what was going to happen. I was just taking it to the Lord, and Betsy and I just really praying like, God, what are you trying to say? And what are you trying to do? And I'll be honest, I felt in some ways like I was fighting my gifting. I wasn't like super excited about what we were doing and how we were doing it, but I really wanted to try this new method, this new way, and it just wasn't working. And right before Easter, we had been meeting pretty consistently in this one apartment complex, and it was literally like the day that I was feeling kind of down, and they called us like 30 minutes before and said, oh, by the way, the room that you've been meeting in, you can't meet anymore. And it was like a dagger to the heart. Long story short, was so all these things were happening, and Betsy and I just thought like, well, what are we gonna do? And we went out to dinner probably about a little less than a month ago, and just asked the question, are we going to continue to plant this church, or are we going to try to do it a different way? And so we both decided like, okay, well, we don't feel like it's time for us to leave, and we also see that this way is not working. And so with some counsel from the other people that are still in our group, we felt like, man, so this isn't working, so let's try it a different way. And so that's why I'm coming to you guys here today to tell you, like, we haven't given up. And the reason why I haven't been in contact is I didn't know what to say. And so thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for your prayer support. Thank you very much for just being there for us in all the different various ways that you guys have been behind us. But there's some things I want to show you. So I kind of take you over here. Is here's the pocket to which we've been called to. This is pocket number 44, and I've labeled all kinds of different things, whether it's yellow labels, which are neighborhoods that are in the pocket, or pink labels, which are apartment complexes in our neighborhood. Then there's blue places, which are places that we could possibly meet in. And then coming over here trying to figure out how we are actually going to plant this church and what we're going to be doing. So I want to let you know that we're still very much committed to it, but we took a step back, and now we hope that by taking a step back, we can take some monumental steps forward. And what I mean by that is Starting in June, what we're going to do is we're going to do an interest meeting once a month to help build our team. And what that means is invite people from the outside, both in the pocket, which was very hard for us to do, to invite them into an apartment complex to say, hey, I'm planting this church. Why don't you help us be a part? Where do you meet? And, we're meeting in a yoga studio, an apartment, and it was super small. We didn't have anything to do with our kids. And so a local church is willing to let us use their facilities once a month, and the association's willing to let us use their place for team meetings. And so that's what we're going to be doing. Once a month, we're going to have an interest meeting. Then we're going to have 2 trainings every month for the people who come to our interest meeting and want to become a part of our core. And then from that, we'll have 1 planning meeting for all of our leaders. And we're going to have this over so June, July, August, September. And hopefully what the Lord will do is build our team. And through that, build some partnerships like the YMCA and the local schools and the apartment complexes. One thing that we all said is that we are completely astounded by the relational network that we are able to build in those apartment complexes through outreaches. But inviting them into such a small space. So, imagine you don't know me and I invite you to a very intimate space. That was the problem. We kept bumping our head up again is just this very small, intimate space. And what you need is maybe a little bit more of a transition before you can do that. And so I just want to let you know that we're very much at this, and we are continuing to do this work that God's called us to, and believe that He has called us to this, and we'll see what He does through this as we change directions. And so I just want to let you guys know that we're still at this, and thank you for your prayer support, and hopefully this different kind will help kind of share with you what's going on and our heart in the process of it. So I hope I haven't taken too much of your time, but please feel free to email me back if you have any questions or you have any concerns, because I would love to be able to communicate with that. But other than that, keep praying for me. Number one, that my relationship with the Lord would continue to grow stronger, that I would hear His voice. I'm reading the book of Joshua right now, just enthralled the fact that, that He told Joshua, be strong and courageous. So that's what I'm doing. Pray for my wife and for my kids. We're getting ready to, kids are getting ready to get out for summertime. It's been a great year at our new school. And pray for our group members. We're hoping and praying that through this process we'll be able to grow our group, and both in numbers and also spiritually. One very specific prayer: leaders. People who, there's just a few very specific people that I'm praying that God would bring to be a part of our team. And I'd ask you, God knows their names, don't worry about their names, but God knows their names. And would you just pray that God would bring those leaders? So this is my video, and I'm sticking to it, and I will holler at you guys next month. And if you like this format a little bit better, I know this is a little bit long, but if you like this format, please let me know, and I'll be more than glad to shoot these out more like this. Or if you would rather me write the note, that's fine. So you guys take care and be blessed.